Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's talk is all about collagen, how to keep what you already have, how to make more, and when to start. So if this is something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up. As always, none of the things I'm going to be talking about are sponsored in any way. And so let's get started. So as you may already know, beginning in our late 20s to our early 30s, collagen synthesis begins to decline by 1 to 2% per year. So what do we do about that in our 20s? How does that change in our 30s and on? It's never too early to start with sunscreen, which is something that prevents the damage to our skin and the degradation and damage to collagen. So I would say sunscreen begins in childhood, and it's not only for anti-aging properties obviously, but also just for skin health in general. These days sunscreens are available that are very broad range, and a good broad range sunscreen should protect you from pollution, so basically from free radicals, by giving you antioxidant ingredients in it. It should protect you from UVA, UVB, high energy blue light, which is emitted from the sun and our devices like computer screens and telephone screens and iPads, things like that, and infrared light also coming from the sun. So super quickly, some of my favorite sunscreens that are the broad range I mentioned are all of the SkinBetter Science sunscreens are broad spectrum like that, and they all provide all of the coverage that I mentioned is necessary. Another brand that does that is Colorescience. They have very broad spectrum protection as well. And this is another form of sunscreen from Colorescience, which is a powder, which is a very easy on the go, just little brush on. You can put that on without even looking in a mirror. So you start with that in childhood, and when you get older and start caring about your skin, the first things you're going to want to do, let's say in your teens or your 20s, is just keep the collagen that you have healthy. So your body is still producing sort of the ideal or the maximum amount of collagen that you need in the skin. And so you would begin by just using antioxidants. So vitamin C and other antioxidant formulations like Alto, this contains 19 antioxidants in it, and vitamin C in a stable formulation. Paula's Choice has a really good antioxidant serum as well. If you just want vitamin C, a great combination is vitamin C, E, and ferulic acid at the right pH, and that is found in the Timeless vitamin C serum, and also the SkinCeuticals vitamin C, E, and ferulic, which is more expensive than this, but almost the same formulation. So in your 20s, if you're using sunscreen and antioxidants, you are golden. You're well on your way. Now, when we enter our 30s, we kind of have to counteract that 1 to 2% decline that's going to happen every year. So basically, the product that has been studied for decades and proven to work time and time again is going to be your vitamin A derivative. So retinol is the general kind of term. Retinoic acid, retinaldehyde, all the vitamin A derivatives are going to increase the synthesis of collagen. I would say that in your 30s, there's no reason to be reaching for prescription strength retinoid. The retinols available in high quality cosmetics would absolutely be enough. So when you introduce retinols into your skincare, the nice thing about them versus the prescription strength retinoids is that they are far more gentle and far more tolerable than the prescription strength retinoids. So some of the best ones, in my opinion, are the SkinBetter Science one. And the reason for that is that they take the retinol and conjugate it to a lactic acid. It's a double bond conjugated molecule. And in addition to that, in their formulation, they put in other actives. So the Alpharet Overnight contains glycolic acid, which is an AHA, and the clearing serum contains salicylic acid, which is a BHA. So that is a good way to start. I know SkinMedica has really good retinols. There are a bunch of brands that have really good retinols. So you basically just find what you choose. So in your 30s, you've got your antioxidants that you've started using, you've got your sunscreen, and now you can add a retinol, and that should really be great. And then again, everybody's different and it depends on your skin, but generally speaking, once you hit your 40s, you might want to introduce a higher strength, either a retinol or a prescription strength. So one example of a non-prescription retinol, which is so potent and is really just as good as a prescription strength retinol, is the Zeo Skin Health Radical Night Repair. It is an over-the-counter retinol, which basically works like a prescription strength. So really in the retinol family of over-the-counter, you really can find various strengths of retinols and varying degrees of irritation and reactivity and effect. Once you are older, I do think that the prescription strength are more active and more potent. So the difference between the prescription strength and the over-the-counter retinoid is essentially how active it is. The retinoids that you buy over the counter, like retinol, need to be metabolized in the skin to turn into the active form of retinoic acid. And that kind of can slow down the process, thereby making it more gentle, whereas the prescription strength retinoic acid is the active form. So you put it on your skin and it gets straight to work. So it basically is much more intense. But if you can tolerate it, it really does make a huge difference in your skin over years. Now, having said that, not everyone can acclimate to the prescription strength tretinoin or retinoic acid. There are people who will just never be able to tolerate it. So when you begin on a prescription strength, you do need time to adjust, and you begin by using it once a week, and then you slowly build up over time. That can take 1 to 2 years to get there. But not everyone can get there. So I'm one of those people. I cannot use a prescription strength retinoid every night. So what I do is I use it about every third night, and in between I use a retinol. So that's pretty much the most my skin can tolerate. And no matter how long I do that for, I will never be able to tolerate more retinoic acid than that. So you learn your skin, you learn what you can tolerate, and you go with that. So that's it for the vitamin A derivatives. So outside of the vitamin A derivative family, there are other things you can do to boost your collagen and elastin synthesis. So for those who don't tolerate retinols, this is another great option, and that is with the brand Alastin. This is a brand that was created for post-procedure skin, people who get ablative lasers, people who get surgery, people who get injectables, and they might have bruising in the skin after their procedures, microneedling, all these types of therapies. And these products are designed to basically stimulate the synthesis of elastin and collagen. Their technology is called Trihex technology, and they've done a decent amount of research together with dermatologists on this product, with skin biopsies, which is amazing because when you have a skin biopsy and you look at the skin under the microscope, you can actually see whether it works or it doesn't. And so this has been proven to work. The Trihex technology works by getting into the skin, removing and eliminating the broken down old dysfunctional collagen and elastin, making room for new collagen synthesis, and then stimulating collagen and elastin synthesis. So for someone who can't tolerate a retinol, this is another great way to stimulate the synthesis of collagen and elastin. So just to show you a few of the products, if you are having a procedure done and you want to incorporate this into your treatment, the best thing to use is the Regenerating Skin Nectar, and you would use this every day beginning 14 to 19 days before your procedure, and then you would continue using it after your procedure until your skin has healed. And once it has healed, you would transition over to the moisturizer, which is called the Restorative Skin Complex. And if you're not having a procedure and you wanted to use this line because you can't use retinol, then you'd start off with this one. They also make an eye cream, which is the Restorative Eye Treatment. And my favorite that I use for hand cream is the Transform Body Lotion. So this is for the body, and it's great, again, if you're getting procedures done like cool sculpting, anything that's going to be shrinking fat or working with cellulite or working with firming. So that's it. That sums up how to protect your collagen, stimulate your skin to make more, and keep what you have. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will see you in the comments.